do. We used to crack like the OGs used to do. With 85 and 87 and 91, the gangsters do. And gangsters, they roll. Red Converse, nigga. So whooping from the dirt, nigga, banging my turf like Snoop did. And it's still 187 on the motherfucking. So whooping from the dirt, nigga, banging my turf like Snoop did. And it's still 187 on the motherfucking. When I'm dipping down the block, banging Black Superman and CJ Mack. Now Kane wasn't the first with the LA tech. It was Key to Rock. I'm the blood, him straight from Cedar Block. Name still painted on the wall. I never leave a block. Can't stop, won't stop. Gotta keep the heater cocked. Things like S-Dot, they'll never leave a rock. Palm trees, bricks, bloods, hundreds in the street club. Game so whooped out, Nipsey all whipped up. C-walk, B-walk, stomping in my big chucks. Red rag, hand sag, nigga, I don't give a fuck.
And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Certainly the game of the weekend, maybe the game of the year, the battle of the unbeatens as we get underway. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
From the 27, Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now Jackson on first down. He's got his man. It's Andrews. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Jackson going to get this out to Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in third in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. It's a first down and more for Dobbins. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the second round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the second round, that's what I call a steal.
Now Dobbins. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing is Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Now it's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So if they move forward defensively, we've got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Rodgers now to throw. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Here's Johnson with a reception. Touchdown. Deontay Johnson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up in a 3rd and 9 situation. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down, eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Stokes. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Well, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there, as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Naeem Hines, his first carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He finds his man complete. It's Gardner. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he'll go down at the 28.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Jackson. That's going to be caught. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw on 2nd and 6, Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard, and he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
It appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 16. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off the option, it's Jones. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Calais Campbell on the stop. Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And he'll just get rid of it. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set at the line for this next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson rolling to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. And not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, and frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, lived to fight another down, right?
Again, Jackson. And he fires one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson now. This is caught. It's Brown. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this. And Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers with a catch made by Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun. Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it up to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Packers. Devontae Adams with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown. Here's Seibert now to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Nowhere to go that time. They maybe got a yard up to the 40. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Man open left side is Brown. Good defense holds it to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the 1st down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers, and he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Throwing now is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
On 1st down, Dobbins, and he'll get this down only to about the 46. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Now Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off near the 34. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep. his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they're going to be staring at a third and long here. Rodgers going to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Fielded just inside the 20. The 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Dobbins. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. Nifty move. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 51 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Jackson on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Gardner. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And it's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's a give to Dobbins. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field. But this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Quick strike out wide by Jackson. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Completed pass brings up a fourth down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? What do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin, fourth quarter. You're going. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. They're going for it with Dobbins. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Not much leg here. Fields this at the 24-yard line. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover, because one more score, and this game's over.
And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Off the option, it's Jones. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And it's a Packers touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Here's Raymond bringing it out. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Jackson to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. He finds his man, complete. It's Gardner. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 17. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Rodgers throwing here. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out.
But child, you say you won the trial, I heard you told it out. Asking me for work, bitch, nigga, hell no. You 5K1, I done seen you foul. You niggas fake, you niggas snakes. When you see my face, don't touch your brakes. I ain't trying to end up in that place. Get the fuck on, go long, that way. If you ain't a real nigga, get the fuck away from me. In other words, go long, stick alone. If you ain't a real nigga, get the fuck away from me. In other words, go long, stick alone. If you ain't a real nigga, get the fuck away from me. In other words, go long, stick alone. You don't want me to put my eyes in you, don't want me to put my staff hand on you. Don't bitch, nigga, go long, get gone. Nigga, go, ain't a real nigga, go long, bitch, nigga, go long, get gone. Nigga, go, ain't a real nigga, go long, bitch, nigga, go long, get gone. Nigga, go, ain't a real nigga, go long, bitch, nigga, go long, get gone. Bitch, nigga, go, ain't a real nigga, go long.
Yeah. Big bag, got him big mad. A nigga get into some money in his bitch bag. Jumping out the Rolls truck with the tip tag. I'm getting money, I don't get mad. Ask a nigga in my hood, he gon' set it on stamp. And when those situations came, I came out like a champ. When it was pouring down raining, I came out of a dent. But now it's champagne showers when we poppin' the champ. We done all up fast in they tracks. Niggas can't be us cause they rats. Stand tall, put a finger, never that. I knew a nigga had it all, went to the band, get it back. That's why I'm humble as ever. And I remember whatever. Don't chase hoes cause they come with the cheddar. I see my man girl start acting bougie when he fucking with cheddar. Before you knew it, niggas was fucking her better. I knew about it and I wanted to tell him I felt funny as ever. But when I told him, he went running to tell her. Damn. Remember I was down bad, I'm talking under the cellar. Now the Rolls Royces come with umbrellas. For the rain and all the pain that we've been through. If you don't feed your wolves, they gon' put you on the menu. That's why I be with family and some boys that I've been through. If money determine loyalty, we cut you with against you. And I'll go against you, facts. Rule number 1, never count your homie pockets thinking you deserve it. Rule number 2, never trust a bitch that'll fuck you for some purses. Rule number 3, say you turn that money shit, you better stop splurging. So when it's all said and done, and you back at the bottom, they gon' treat you like you worthless. Respect the game, fuck the fame. We millionaires, fuck you watching Lil Chain. Niggas disappear quick as Lil Zane. You feeling yourself, I know you got a little lame. Just hold your composure, I seen this shit happen over and over. That couple $100,000 holding you over, that ain't real money, that's bill money. Buy a rollie, get a real money. Catch a case, pay a lawyer, take a deal money. Now you tapped out, ain't got no appeal money. Calling home like niggas that did you wrong. But when you had that money, you could've put niggas on. And the moment that they put cuffs on you, your bitch was gone. Student of the game, I'm just ahead of my class. I'm that nigga, but I never got my head on my ass. I'm doing good, but I'm ready for bad. And you won't never catch me frontin', cause I'm used to being second to last. Respect the game. Rule number 1, never count your homie pockets thinking you deserve it. Rule number 2, never trust a bitch that'll fuck you for some purses. Rule number 3, say you turn that money shit, you better stop splurging. So when it's all said and done, and you back at the bottom, they gon' treat you like you worthless. Respect the game.
Sunshine and winter go together like socks and cold feet. So why not satisfy your day in a healthy way? With a few simple tweaks, you can enjoy heart-healthy spins on your favorite dishes. Try breadcrumb crusted cod, mixed berry almond gratin, or even one bowl chocolate cake. Perfect for treating yourself year-round. For heart-healthy recipes and healthy living tips, go to myhearthealthyrecipes.com.
Stanley Tucci here. You may know that I love food, and things that pair well with food. That's why I drink San Pellegrino, a perfectly balanced sparkling water. I also drink wine, but this isn't an ad for that. San Pellegrino.
Just one time. Just incredible. What's up, old boy? South Milk. Power 106. The youngest in charge. Your homeboy neighborhood net LA Lakers. Let's get it. Look, it go. 1 for the money, 2 for the booty and 4 cars, 3 for them square ass niggas you swore we going for. Look at your boy, partner. I'm doing big things. That money coming is nothing chump about this change. I'm hopping off the plane and the beers getting brain. Tell a promoter we ain't getting out till we pay. Cause when I hit the stage, red champagne, blue rags, and gold chains. Hustle. That's all y'all gonna see. Pop bottles. You already know. Count cash, money throwing money. Just incredible. South Milk. Y'all now tuned in to the takeover every Wednesday night. 12 midnight, we turn it up like this. Real hip hop. West Coast. Hustle. Look, the takeover. The break's over, you suckers. King of these LA streets. Nip hustle. I got the right to say that. Cause everything I drop on every block, we get to play that. Hustle. My lifestyle explains that. Cause everything I spend is always less than what I make back. But damn, it feel good. I was disobedient. See, and now she see me in the hood and she like that. So I fuck her one time, I give her right back. Here, you can wipe that. Nights at the studio, got my buzz popping. Now it's only one question. They say when it's cuz dropping. And I'm like, hold on, homie, girl, you ain't the option. You can't rush perfection, be patient, I got you. It's all money in and ain't nobody that can stop it. Another day, another dollar, and I'm all about the profit. So holla at your boy. Power 06 exclusive. Snakeboard Net Busters. LA Lakers. DJ Reflex. Just incredible. What's up, homeboy? DJ South Milk. Power 106. LA Lakers. All money in, no money out.
Well, what you gonna do?
Do we want entertainment?
Go ahead.
And can't be fucked with, incorporated. Smack a nigga heads LLC. I want some cold gangsta shit. I might get blocked out of the industry. Ain't wiping no hoes, no cup of gold. And still don't feel my enemy. Ain't squashing no beef, I'm frying. If it's about the money, I'm trying it. The price been high, 30 a brick, water been tight. Flying in. Let's say goodbye to the ghetto and welcome to wealth. Nano 210. My hand in gates, my hull in the states. I might turn this bitch to the trap though. Hey, there go the neighborhood. Neighbors been bitching cause they heard a lamb in the driveway. At 1 in the morning, disturbing the peace. It sound like a plane when I drive away. My mother rolls on the lawn. Fuck it, I ain't got no alarm. New Richard Miller, my arm. I'm a king, you a pawn. I'm a legend, Tupac, Big Pun, Wu, Raekwon. New Elvis to the city. In Detroit, more than Big Sean. I'm on some cold gangster shit. I got a little bitch on the west side. Couple of hitters from South Memphis and another little hitter from the east side. I can adapt to the pain. I understand the poverty. Why would I let a record label fuck over us when I did the robberies? They told me watch what I say in these raps, but they fuck around sentence me. And you better watch what you say out your mouth whenever you mention me. You not relatable. I'm a street nigga and they're not debatable. Trying to buy loyalty, they're not available.
We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Now the big leg of Matt Prater ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
I'm dancing.
None of these bitches. None of them. That's why who run the city. Me.
I was just running the streets. Me and my brother, we both had an onion apiece. Staring, I'm clutching my yeek. Look, 2 more seconds, get daily when fucking with me. Turned all my brothers to beasts. Whether they want it or not, I'ma cut them a piece. I keep my gun in them sleep. Double the number, 100 ain't
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
They really running from deep.
This is Eric Dickerson, 4-time rushing champ, and he'll be tackled just past the 35 and the 36. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down. They'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Now a play fake. Manning. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Birthed in a C-section. Cops and police present. We got ops, so we keep weapons. Y'all block while y'all eat breakfast. A lot of shots, we broke street records. Watch how you talk, I got reflexes. Watching your cheap necklace. Then we slide at the east exit. Every time we get the fuck niggas up.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
Last month, first you asked to grind in your team catcher. This time it's for the money, I need credit. Number down, cause the street set it.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Number down, cause the street set it. And I got pressure on me. 7 days a week is game 7 on me. Life will test you out, you live through that, that's testimony. Giving them hell, but how the hell I got all these blessings on me. Most of the girls I know
So from
addicted to
inside the
social
20,
media.
here's
All the time
1st
they
and
put
10
in,
at the
they wrote
18.
encyclopedias. Mama said it only takes one time to fuck up your whole Wikipedia. And as a son, I can see the
They run it with a Hall of Famer. Eric Dickerson brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Energy crazy, I realize that it's a two-way street. What's coming is going, if it don't give you more, it drains you. Should be a billionaire based on the time off I'm not taking. Probably why this shit with me get crazy and we lost a baby. And everybody around me think I'm the one. But we all just want the ones.
Now Allen.
I told him I'm going on another 10 years.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the first down.
Good barbers, looking at my life story, guys, a good author. Never was a lot of in a row. We move like ninjas, and if it costs a piece of mind, it might be too expensive. So I can give you everything that you want from me for free, though. Get you one shot in life, you might not be able to reload. So advanced, I need all my advances. Bro hit me up for cash like we done had the same
So
chances.
here's a
My dad
1st
hit
and
me
10
up like,
now
why
in
don't
Raider
even imagine I'm
territory
trying to fuck
at the
my baby,
48-yard
keep
line.
for ransom. And then
Dickerson
I'm
on the handoff. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Allen going to throw.
With a Glock 17.
Bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line.
The Reaper was outside me. And how the fuck is people that never met me that hate me?
They'll run now with Dickerson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
There's just no escaping it. I take care of my family and beat the odds that were deadly. You ain't that just reflection, lack of succession. Bless them. If it ain't Nipsey Blue, it's Detroit Blue. It's not Detroit too. I'm bringing it back to my hood like D-Boy Blue.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Probably say payroll or T Griffin. Me and Big Sean talking about doing something this week too. So, you know, all of them. I'm gonna tap in with all of Detroit.
To throw, it's Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively. offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
It's even spring break year. There aren't just nachos, there's lasers too. Dave & Buster's.
Now Allen.
And not just
Blitz coming,
jet
and
ski
down he
racing
goes.
games, space games, action
Max
games,
Crosby
and even
in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It's the spring break years! Let your spring break loose at Dave & Buster's.
Ready to roll for the 2nd quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football. We're scoreless after 1.
It's Ram Truck Month and your chance to get 0% financing for 72 months on new 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cabs and Crew Cabs. For details, visit Northwest.
Raiders kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So our initial drive of the night ends in 3 points. Maybe not exactly what this home crowd wanted, but they'll take the early lead.
They will take it. You're exactly right. Everybody wants a touchdown. But in this case, good opening drive, put points on the board. And a lot of coaches do believe the first team to score in the game, statistically, often ends up the winner.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession. Let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Here's Eric Dickerson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And Randy, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On play action, it's Manning. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run on first down. Patterson, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Throwing is Manning. Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. So that time the pressure got him just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
And you'll get 2 or 3 out of that one, as that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando, and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
We'll give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we we've seen the course of the game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Allen. And that is incomplete.
Had to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Scratch my blaster, that nigga down. I'll be the first one to hit him. Oh yeah, fuck BG knockout and every nigga down with him. Cause I'm a natural born killer. And a still a half. Motherfucker, cause it's like that.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Who's quick to blast motherfuckers in a feud? It doesn't make a difference.
Throwing now is Allen.
And he's
brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on down. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs.
A nigga had a prayer before a nigga died. Would the nigga be dead or would he stay alive? If a nigga was in your shoes, would he survive? Probably not. You probably let the ground go pop.
On 1st down, Dickerson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Darren Waller, 39 yards. And the Raiders on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different colored jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
From the streets, why'd you win legit? Why'd you leave? Why'd you start a business with your bitch? 50 bitches
line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
West, he got his own kicks. Fresh out of pandemic, but I ain't rusty. Have a baby by me.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism. They created some nice space for him.
On 2nd down now, it's Patterson, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gain, they can run that plan any down.
Money don't make no money. Pussy, we ballin' on you fucking dummy.
I'm so lit, Sports Center, gotta post my clips. One layup and they treat me like I'm Luka Doncic. 2-6, nigga, and we used to conflict. Tony ran around these sneakers and they used to time kicks. Red bottoms to the blood, red out of our air. If I'm missing 400, red got them all there. I was thinking about walking up a stack of grapes.
After the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out 1st downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
And he's in. Touchdown. Raiders. A great effort there. And the
gotta
5
make it on the
seconds of the
stage
first
room.
half.
Meanwhile, I
And
made
the
it on the
Raiders would
bitch, I'm hella
extend their
paid
lead
room.
here
Roadblocks
just
and cold
before
drop, they push up, they
halftime.
roll out, that's right, pussy, make room.
Extra
Stay
point by
tuned, nigga.
McPherson, up and
Talking
good.
like you leave
And
your
that
bitch
pushes
better
the
not be
lead
ugly.
up to
Pull up with
11.
a tenor, waist slim, ass chubby. $500,000 on my neck, who gon' take it from me? Pussy, we ballin' on you.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in
Scared
the
money
first
don't
half
make no
as they'll
money.
kick this one away.
Scared money don't make no money.
This is
Scared
taken
money
just
don't
shy
make
of
no
the
money.
10.
Pussy, we ballin' on
And
you
he will be
fucking
brought
dummy.
down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped to the 17.
Can't shoot back when we start shit. Thugging on the block with YG sent trip in my pockets blue. So EBVs cost some
The
cheese.
Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. This is taken in, it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. So we reach halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
$500,000 on my neck, who gon' take it from me? Pussy, we ballin' on you fucking dummies.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half.
Scared money don't
Pulls
make
it
no
in
money.
at the 13.
Pussy, we ballin' on you
He'll
fucking
be out
dummies.
of bounds across the 25.
I've never seen myself as just one thing, and I made sure no one else could either. Making my own path, rising above expectations,
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
Finished in Baby Pound. Soared beyond
Losing, equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They
A
kind of
person's
went away
snack of
from it in
choice
the
says a
first
lot
half.
about
I think if they get
And
back in
New Doritos
balance,
Flamin' Hot
it'll
Cool
help
Ranch
them when they put the
says.
ball back
A
in the air.
perfect match. What's better than Cool Ranch spiced up with flamin' hot heat?
Pick up a bag of Doritos Flamin' Hot Cool Ranch at a store near you and unleash your Flamin'
The
Hot.
run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Cold world.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
But this right here's for practice. I hate to get the seats in the bins wet, but that's how good your ass is. Make an old man get his glasses, make Wesley pay his taxes, then follow your moves all week on Twitter. Probably make a gay nigga reconsider. You're now rocking with the best, man. Just came down to the sex game.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Let you play with the stick, hold that man. Too tired, too texting, too far long, but
Now
in
the Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Straight that thing, no handcuff or arrest thing. And I ain't coming up on my last name, cause I really can't take no stress, man. About where I done been, who I done hit. The whole real thing, he a bad boy. But I'm down to the rock, no time for the guy put this foot down, I'm tabloid.
They know why they do it for these situations. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he's able to get it back to
What you got, I do you a lot, so I can't let you go. She said, I can't get enough, can't get enough. I can't get enough, can't get enough.